Welcome to my third episode of Q Anonymous. This episode, I have a very special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Do I just say who I am?
Yeah.
Okay.
And a fact about you.
Okay. I'm Lucie. I'm Bitsy's favorite person ever. And should I say why I feel qualified to be here?
Yeah. Why do you feel like you should be on my podcast?
So I feel like I should be on your podcast because I've listened to my music genre has changed drastically over the past 5 years. So I feel like I can speak about anybody. And I also listen to way too many podcasts.
So this episode, I'm excited. We're talking a musician.
Oh, my favorite
a singer.
man ever.
Your favorite man ever?
Favorite
out of all
man
men?
ever. Out of all men. Even my own father.
That's a lot of men. We're going to talk about someone who, to start this all off with, how do you say his name? Because we say his name differently.
Oh, we do?
Mm-hmm.
Hozier.
Hozier.
Did you say... That was the same.
It's not. Hozier. Hozier. It's I don't know how to say it. I go back and forth because I don't really know how to do it.
I've seen people that are Hozier. I'm it's just it flows
When
better.
I first started listening to him, I think I said it I might have been in the Hozier camp. I said that.
That's actually really humbling.
I know, it was embarrassing. And I was I should probably not do that. But it's not that big of a deal.
My dad used to say Hozier.
That's bad.
I was
yeah, that's pretty bad.
It was really bad.
Why did you start listening to Hozier?
Okay, well, I listened to Take Me to Church first because, one of, my friends had been talking about him. And then I liked it, but it wasn't, my favorite. Especially because, it's definitely not in, my top, 10 now. So
songs ever top of him?
Him.
Okay.
So it's sort of just, but then I found Cherry Wine because I found the music video. And I listened to that. And that was, the first song of his that I really got into. It's, probably my favorite song from him. Because it's so good.
So I'm just going to say this right now. So I started listening to him. I mean, I knew Take Me to Church. I think every kid knows Take Me to Church.
Yeah.
Because that album, Hozier Expanded Version Now, came out in 2014. I was in 4th grade. You were in 1st grade?
Yeah.
So, it was very much a radio, song.
Exactly.
So everyone heard it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is so funny because what it's about is not something talked about. So It's so interesting.
Because nobody knows what it's actually, about.
So what is it about? Tell me.
Queer people, not being accepted.
Right. And the music video is kind of insane.
The music video was scary. I still can't watch it all the way through because I get, frightened.
I think it's isn't it a lynching?
Yeah.
It's the KKK.
Mm-hmm. It's the thing is that it's people never expect that topic in a song that is so mainstream, so nobody actually knows what it's about. Everybody just sort of thinks that it's honestly, when I first heard it, I was oh, this is a religious love song between a dude and a girl. Cause you sort of there's a couple of lyrics in there where it's oh, it's just this dude falling in love with a girl. But then you actually think about it and you hear the lyrics and you're oh, nobody does that when they hear a song on the radio. So it's weird that something so hard to talk about for someone and as in the media, especially something in 2014 wasn't that accepted, that it's that mainstream.
I just think it's insane, I guess, how similar that song is to all of his music, but how different it is and the pedestal it's put on because it's popular. None of those other songs are ever played ever.
Yeah.
I'd say. So I'm talking about the Hozier Expanded Edition.
That's my favorite
album, his first one, his title album.
I like that one better.
I'd say that's probably, we'll get into that. I'd say that's probably the only song that would ever be, that anyone would ever know. I don't think anyone would know any of the other ones if they didn't listen to him, which is so crazy because I started listening to him last year and I really liked it. And I got into a big kick with it. And I started to realize that the people I knew that also listened to him had the same favorite songs I had. So, he does have popular ones within his, community of people that listen, but
none of them will ever
no
be
one
played.
ever knew. Yeah, no one was ever going to know. And we'll stay on this topic for a while, too. I really am obsessed with his album art.
Bro, his mom drew that. His mom drew that album cover.
His mom drew it?
Yeah. A lot of talent in that family. Yeah, I was looking up, I was looking up facts today because I was I feel I don't know enough about Hozier. I could talk about him for hours, but I don't know if you want actual facts. And then I I remembered something from like a while ago that like about like his cover art and then like his mom drew it. Like that's so cool. Yeah. And it's like crazy. Like I love his album art.
I just think that the whole thing with like the denim on denim, first of all,
yeah,
to draw that, or it's paint. It must be paint. It looks like an oil painting.
Yeah, but.
And just the background and the clock is something really cool. Like I'm looking at it right now, and the clock with the spiral staircase in the back, and how his shirt sleeve, his left shirt sleeve is like ripped apart like paper. Yeah. I just think it's so amazing.
It's like, and like the face, how it's like an like, I don't know. I just love it. I really like the Wasteland Baby cover.
Okay.
Because. Like, I don't like it better than his self-titled one.
It is a photograph.
Yeah, but it's really cool to me. I don't know. I like how, like, it's, like, he's underwater, but, like, everything else is floating, like, but him. Mm-hmm. And I like his, like, reflection.
Oh, man, yeah. Because it's, like, a shallow...
Like, that's really cool.
So, because we just started talking about the difference from the two albums, what's your favorite one?
Hozier. Self-titled.
Original one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really hard. This is a hard battle for me because I ask myself this question all the time because I'll have waves of listening to him and it would just be the album. Mm-hmm. It's a really good album for me to sit and do something. Mm-hmm. His self-titled album. And to me, I listen to Wasteland Baby, his second album, more.
Okay.
Because it's more upbeat and it's more... You're more able to use it in different situations. Like in a car ride with other people that don't really listen to him. Like you can't be playing like Sedated or Work Song when you have like a new friend in the car. You're like, hey, listen to my music. And you're like... Let's
listen to Cherry Wine.
Yeah, and it's like, do-do-do. And you're like, it's all acoustic. And you're like... Yeah, so... I mean, I think that original Hozier is better. I think it is.
Yeah.
Even though I don't listen to it statistically as much.
Yeah. I feel like, so I haven't really listened to like Wasteland Baby a lot. I just think that I have some skips on Wasteland Baby. Okay. I have no skips on self-titled. You have one skip. I can't even talk to you about it. I love that song.
Here's the thing. I think I'm right.
I think you're wrong.
So I'm not really sure why anyone would disagree with me. Hozier is one of the best voices. He's one of my favorite vocalists. One of mine. Like him, Bon Iver. I love the lead singer from Kings of Leon. I don't know his name.
Yeah.
And so I don't know why he feels the need to have some random girl sing with him. Because it doesn't mix well. So...
But that's what I like about it.
No, it doesn't mix. It's too much contrast.
But I feel
just sing the song, buddy. You don't need anybody else.
No, but I feel like it was like a really nice contrast.
No.
Like it worked with the song. You know
and
what
I
mean?
think the song is trash because of it. It ruins the song.
I think it makes it better. They have like great harmonies in it, and I feel like it's one of like the songs like you either like love or like you hate, which is why like we're so contradicting.
So I'm just gonna say this song is In a Week, and I'll play it.
Heartbeats becoming slow. We lay here for years or for hours,
thrown here or found, to freeze or to thaw.
So long we'd become the flowers. Two corpses we were, two corpses I saw.
So I never even finished my origin story. Like I listened to Take Me to Church, right? Like everybody else.
Yeah.
And then last year, I listened to Cherry Wine live. What a song.
What a song. Play the whole thing.
I can't play the whole thing because this podcast, I don't know if you heard, but it's an illegal podcast. Copyrighted music here and there, 30 seconds here and there, copyright claims here and there. I'm going to get sued. I won't get sued, but I could. And I would get sued for Cherry Wine. I'd get my podcast taken down if some people could be exposed that weren't before to Cherry Wine live.
Exactly.
Hard and fast and angry as she can be, I walk my days on a wire. It looks ugly, but it's clean. Oh mama, don't fuss over me. The way she tells me I'm hers and she's mine. Open hand or closed fist, so it'd be fine.
enough. It's only live.
That's weird to me because it doesn't sound like it's live.
That's what I thought. I thought it sounded nothing like a live version.
Did you know it's so hard to play on the guitar?
Do you play the guitar? No, you don't.
I used to like a little bit, and the one song that I tried to learn was Cherry Wine, and I couldn't because it's so hard. Like your fingers have to move so fast, and I couldn't do that as like a beginner guitar player.
I talked to Yuki on my last episode about this, but like one of my life goals is to be able to play the guitar.
You should.
I know, and I feel like I'd be so much. I'd feel like, listen, just hear me out. I could be in a band. I could start my own band.
Exactly. I
could play covers. When people are like, "Oh, do you have a guitar?" You whip a guitar out. People are like, "Play this, play that."
And you
got to know like one Coldplay song that everyone knows. You got to know like a rock song for all the dads, and then you got to know some pop song that's like popular at the time.
Yeah.
And if you know those three and you know a few chords of the chorus, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're the most cool person at the function. You're the most attractive person at the function. Have you ever seen someone who played the guitar who wasn't attractive?
The thing is that if I saw any of them in public without a guitar, I'd be like, oh, they're so ugly. And then like,
and they're playing the guitar and you're like, damn.
Yeah.
I want to be that level. Like, I want to get there. And I tried to learn in second grade. I tried to learn I was like trying to be like the prima donna, like Justin Bieber.
Oh my God.
And I couldn't. Because I couldn't learn, and it was never tuned, and I didn't know how to tune it.
I had the weirdest dream that I was like in like a band that played at like Applebee's every like Friday night.
Imagine if Applebee's had like a stage for live music.
Exactly.
I would play there.
That's what I thought. That's what my dream was. And then I never like told anybody, but then like people like showed up from like my school one night, and they had to like see me like play like the guitar and like sing, and it was like so like weird.
I would do it.
I would do it.
Do you get like a free app?
Ooh. Anyways, Cherry Wine.
Back to Cherry Wine.
I like Cherry Wine because it's such a pretty...
Sing it, go.
Wait. I just almost started singing in a week.
Don't sing in a week. I don't like that song.
They'd find us. It's so good, though. Okay, anyways, back to Cherry Wine. It has such, like, a beautiful melody. Like a beautiful instrumental. So, like, the first time that I played it for someone, it's like, oh my gosh, like, this song is so nice and cute. I was like... Did you listen to lyrics?
They said cute.
I realized that some people don't, like, listen to lyrics. Like, whenever I listen to a song, I have to listen to the lyrics. Because sometimes, like, lyrics will be, like, a rule breaker for me. Yeah, go.
I don't listen to lyrics sometimes.
Oh.
I don't think that I do.
That's actually awkward.
I'm much more what the song is feeling to me than what the lyrics say. Because I think most of the time, music's more of... I'm not just listening to the singer, I'm listening to the instrumentals.
Okay.
So that's why I know we had our debate about Salt in the Sea, Lumineers versus Gregory Alan-Isakov.
Yeah.
And I think that I like the Gregory Alan-Isakov one. Maybe the Lumineers for better voice. Maybe Wesley sings it better.
Yeah.
But Gregory does something with the sounds in the song
that
think... make me want to listen to it more. And like when I put headphones on to listen to it for my first episode of this podcast, I was like, it like took a step back because I was just blown away about how good it sounded, not what the song was about.
That's why I think we like value like different things. Like I'll always listen to the lyrics. Sometimes it'll be like a rule breaker for me. Like
what's a song that's a rule breaker for you?
Oh my gosh, let me actually find it because I have it saved. Because I love like the tone of it. It's called Lost Cause by Allie and AJ, which I
thought you were about to say AJR, and I almost kicked you out of my house.
No.
By the way, anyone who's listening to this,
if you're an AJR fan, screw you. Oh wait,
calm down.
I hate AJR.
Anyways, if anyone's listening to this who's wondering what like the loud sounds are or someone coughing, it's because I'm filming it in my house.
Oh yeah,
and we're not quiet here. Apparently, we don't like to do those things. We like to open my garage like 4 or 5 times.
If you're
in
like
a sitting.
If you're like a nose whistle, it's probably my nose.
A nose whistle?
I have like allergies right now.
If you hear a little snotty kid, it's because it's my guest. Can we take a second to not talk about AJR and talk about one thing?
Yeah?
I love Run.
My mom loves Run. Every time we go into the car, she's like, play that one Run song.
Your mom listens to Hozier? Yeah. Your mom is
that
so
one
cool.
Song. Only that one song. she's like, play that one Run song, and we like harmonized to it in the car.
I've talked about everyone's moms on this podcast.
Well, you need to like meet her like officially.
You know what it's like right now? It's kind of like the Music and Moms podcast.
Oh.
It's not Q Anonymous.
It's Music and Mom.
It's Music and my friends' moms. Is she gonna listen to the podcast?
Oh, she probably will.
You should send her the link.
Oh my gosh, I should.
Yeah, I'll have a link for you.
Mom, if you're watching this, I'm sorry that I haven't been home yet today. And thank you for bringing me snacks for the game today.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And I love you.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
That's so nice.
Do you like... Okay, this
Thank
is
you,
random.
Mrs. Manuel.
Yeah, we love you. Do you like Tell It to My Heart by Hozier?
Oh my god. This is so fun.
I love it.
I love it too.
I think it's so good. It's like different.
We turn to strangers trying to love in the dark. Tell it to my heart, 'cause I can't keep guessing if it's me you're missing. Tell it to my heart. Silence, it's the place we're dying. Tell it to my heart.
There's something about the song that's... Okay. For context, he came out with a song...
Oh, yeah.
Really an album with...
Medusa. Yeah. It was like a single
in 2021. It was a single, Tell It to My Heart, and then it was an album.
And there was an album in 2022.
Here's the deal. It's not him.
Yeah.
It's not what he does. Like, he, to me, is a little revolutionary. What is probably the reason I love him so much is because his music is so simple.
Yeah.
And again, I think most of his music might just be guitar.
Yeah.
Or bass. Or both. But his voice does so many things that you don't need anything else. You need nothing.
Yeah.
Literally nothing. And I think there's something to say about that because there's a lot of artists that can't do that or won't do it.
Yeah.
But Tell It to My Heart is a bit of like a remix song.
Yeah. It was like, when I first listened to it, I was like, this like isn't Hozier, but I still love it.
I loved it too.
I felt like it was like cool for him to like try something new.
I just don't want him to go back. I don't want him to do that.
No, I don't want him to continue to do that. Actually, can I say this? So, what kind of artist would you classify Hozier as? Like
what genre?
Yeah. Because I feel like
Indie.
at first I was gonna classify him as that, but I feel like a lot of songs, especially when it's like self-titled, are like so different. Because you've got like Cherry and Wine, then you've got like Jackie and Wilson, then you've got To Be Alone.
I want to name one of my kids Jackie.
You should name like your kid Jackie. I'll name mine Wilson.
And they'll be like friends.
Yeah.
They could fall in love.
They can fall in love.
And
That's
then we
so
could be
good.
grandparents.
That would be so fun.
We could be sisters-in-law. That's not how that works. But it could
be,
be, right?
how it works, yeah.
Isn't it how that works?
Sure. And then you have like In the Woods Somewhere. Like those are like all like so different that I was like, it was sort of like weird.
I'm looking
like,
it up right now. Like technically what he's under.
Yeah, because I guess like it all is like, do you use Spotistats?
Oh yeah, I use this as official data for this podcast.
Really?
I want Spotistats to sponsor me.
Yeah.
So he has an 8.2 rating out of 10 for popularity. For me,
I'm actually okay with that.
he is the 7th
Let me check
most
mine.
streamed artist of my whole entire career as a Spotify listener. He's up there.
Dang.
It's not telling me. Okay. You know what his genre says?
What? Could it say, is it
Guess.
like rock?
No.
Pop.
No. Irish
Folk.
singer-songwriter.
Oh yeah. I was actually, oh my
Because
gosh.
our boy's from Ireland.
He's
He's an Irish
from, like,
boy.
he's from like, what is he from? Like,
I think he's from Dublin.
I thought he was, yeah, I think he is.
Or he lives there now. But yeah, it says Irish singer-songwriter. And then it says pop.
Does he write like Irish folk music? He's number 4 of my most streamed artists.
Oh,
in
all
my life.
time?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. I went on like a huge kick of him like last year. And I sort of still am, honestly.
He's 7 and he's moving up.
Yeah.
I have a few moving down and he's moving
Irish
up.
singer-songwriter.
Oh,
That's fun.
we gotta get this out of the way real quick.
Okay.
Who's your number 1?
Right now or of all time?
All time.
Oh,
This is gonna be so good. What is it?
So wait, let me actually
No,
look this
don't
up.
so wait me. Look on your Spotify stats and tell me who your number 1 listener of all
second.
time is.
Because it might... It's Taylor Swift.
Good. High five. Nice. Okay, back to Hozier.
It's so embarrassing. Okay.
What are your thoughts on his long hair?
I love it. I think it's great.
I think it is.
Don't even.
I just don't think long hair... I think he rocks it.
I think he would look weird with his
He
short
rocks
hair.
it in, like, his Spotify picture. He does
He
not...
looks so good in that Spotify picture.
He doesn't rock it in his This Is.
Sometimes it's, like, sort of weird, but then sometimes it's, like, I can't imagine with anything else.
Yeah, because when it's
I like
kind
it
of
'cause
like
it sorta
when
looks like
it's
me.
kind of like shorter and shaggy, it looks better. When
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
long and
When it's like
and if he like wears a V-neck, don't. He doesn't deserve that.
I feel like it's... Wait, I can't imagine him in a V-neck.
Oh really? I for
I
some
can't.
reason can very
Ew,
imagine
don't look
him.
at it. Don't show me. I think that he would just look weird otherwise, and I feel like it sort of makes him look like me, so I like that.
Also, because we haven't mentioned it that much, I am a huge Would That I fan. Are you?
I feel like I haven't really gotten into that much. Like, I wouldn't say, like, no, but I wouldn't say that I've, like, really, like, listened to it that much. You know what I mean? Because, like, I don't really listen to Wasteland Baby a lot.
You need to.
I know.
Because
Just play it in the car.
I think for everyone in general, if you want to listen to him, he only has 2 albums.
Yeah.
And they don't take up that much time.
So you have to pick the good
And
stuff.
in my opinion, the best way you can tell me too. The best way, in my opinion, to learn about an artist is to listen to their most popular albums or their newest one, last one,
Yeah.
all the way through. I've said this before, and I will always say it. I should get a T-shirt or make T-shirts for this podcast. But I've always thought that listening all the way through is the best way. No skips.
See,
And you learn your skips after you
Yeah.
listen to it all the way through once.
I've started to do that. I made, like, a huge list of, like, all of the albums that I need to listen to.
I saw that on your story, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I haven't listened to, like, it wouldn't be, like, my top, like, huge choices from Wasteland Baby, but it wouldn't be, like, my last. It would be, like, somewhere, like, the middle. Because, like, I really like, Movement. I really like Talk.
Oh my god, Movement.
And I really like B, and I really like Strike.
I love B, and I love Almost.
I think that my favorite song off there is Strike and Sunlight. Nobody else.
Which
that
one
I've
do you
met
think should get
likes
more?
Strike.
You think Strike?
I feel like, well, nobody that I've met actually likes Strike.
It's Strike. I just said Strike.
Yeah.
Like Strike 3, you're out. Oh my god.
I was gonna call you out, but I didn't want to make you embarrassed.
So we'll play Strike.
Remember me, love, when every boy is a strike to your shine in glorious thorn.
I think it's just so good. Like, it's like, I'm more of like a calmer music fan. Like,
Yeah, totally. I'm too.
Yeah. Like, I like I know that some people don't like sad songs. Strike isn't like a sad song.
I don't think so. I don't think it is.
Like, it has like a, not like lethargic, but like tired melody, I feel like. And I dig that. Like, that's something that, like, I love, which is why I really like Strike.
I don't really think I like
I can't really explain it.
the title track. I don't think I like Wasteland Baby that much. It's not liked for me.
Yeah. I didn't really draw my attention.
I don't think ever listened to Dinner.
I've never listened to Dinner and Champions.
I've never
Like, what?
listened to that.
I don't really know what it is.
Tell me, tell me, tell me. That's the kind of love I've been dreaming of. That's the kind of love I've been dreaming of.
I love it.
Because I think it's gas.
I think it also is
It's
gas.
one of my favorite songs.
I love that you said that. I love that you said that quote, it's gas.
It's gas.
It
It's
is.
so good.
I know.
I just, like, I don't really understand the lyrics at all, but I love it so much.
I love
Like the
From Eden,
chorus.
but I love Someone New.
Ooh! Ooh! I'm happy you brought that up.
And-
That's actually, that song is like sort of popular. Not like popular, but like I've seen it used on like TikTok.
To me, it seems very much like a middle ground song.
Yeah. I
It's
feel
not
like
that
everybody
happy,
likes
but it's
it.
not sad. So it's kind of in that
It's
middle.
so good.
You know?
It's like, it's one of like those like upbeat songs that I can, not like upbeat, but like one of those songs that I can just like put on in like the car with like my mom and be like, here's Hozier. And she wouldn't be like, oh, it's a music artist that you like. I hate him. Because she does that. Like any music Mom actually knows this. Any music artist that I like, she's like, oh, I actually hate him for like no reason. But so you have to like hit her with like specific songs and then she'll
I love it. And I also love Sedated.
Ooh, Sedated actually got me into Hozier. Like I had like a
I
couple
don't really-
songs that like really like got me into him, and that was one of them. Cause it was like one of like the first songs like I listened to, like, and then I got like obsessed. And then I had like a phase where it was just like Sedated, and then I went out of that phase, and then I got into that phase again.
Just a little hush, babe. My veins are busy, but my heart's in atrophy. Anyway, to distract and sedate, adding shadows to the walls of the cave. You and I, nursing all the poison that never stung our teeth and lungs aligned with the scum of it.
I keep on like going like in and out of it, but it's never came off like my liked playlist.
I don't think I've ever listened to It Will Come Back.
I love it. It's sort of like dark, and it's like sort of like scary, which is why I feel like you wouldn't like it that much. But I enjoy.
Do you think I'm going to get scared?
Yeah.
A little
Little
scared.
baby.
You're an underclassman. Watch out.
Hey, you invited me here. I can say whatever I want. I'm your guest.
I can cut whatever I want out. Watch out.
Do it.
What are your top 6 Hozier songs you want to add to a playlist?
Wait, I'm gonna go look because I don't want to mess this up.
Take your time.
Okay. From Eden. Definitely. Jackie and Wilson. I think it's so fun. And I think it's funny because you don't know all the words.
No,
So
I
it's
don't know
super
all
funny.
the words.
Cherry Wine. How many is that? That's 3.
Oh man, I'm gonna have none. Wait, you do 3 and I do 3.
Wait, but
I'm sorry, he doesn't have that much. All right, I'm gonna pick. Nope,
no,
don't
but
care.
I only got through some.
Yep. Ready?
You're the worst. I'm ready.
Someone New, Run,
Okay.
and As It Was.
Okay.
Your turn.
As It Was by Harry Styles.
No, he's canceled on this episode.
What?
Go. You have
I
3
talked
more.
about him too much? Oh, I have 3 more?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. like real people do. But the EP version, I don't know
I
why.
love that song.
It's so good.
I love it.
Strike and Arsonist Lullaby, which is random, but I think it's so good. The gasoline was on my clothes. I think it's really interesting, that song. I like the lyrics of it.
I've never listened to that song.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
I need to play it to you.
Yeah.
It's so... I don't know if you're gonna like it as much as I do, but I think it's so good.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready. I'm, like,
Take Me to
nervous.
Church live from Spotify London.
Okay, that's valid. Oh,
I
okay.
just
Sorry.
feel like Take Me to Church has to make a mention
Yeah,
because it's such a pivotal song for so
but
many
it
people.
can't be regular Take Me to Church. It has to be live from
Do you
London.
skip? I know I have 2 more, but do you skip Take Me to Church?
No.
What's your thought process when that song comes on?
I play it because it's still like an enjoyable song.
I've never tried to
skipped
seek it out,
Yeah,
but I've never skipped it.
I've never been like, oh,
and
let me
I
just
live
go
by that.
play Take Me to Church. But
No.
I've never been like, ooh, let's turn off Take Me to Church.
No.
It's like one of those like random like Panic at the Disco or like Coldplay songs. Like
I don't know about Panic at the Disco,
you'll
man.
never actually
we're-
listen to it, but you'll listen to it if it comes on.
Okay. I have 2 more.
Okay, I thought you had 1 more.
No. Work song.
Ooh, nice.
And I'm going to do 1 more just from Wasteland Baby because I feel like there's not a lot of representation.
I was gonna do another one. I was gonna do Movement, but
I'm gonna do Movement.
Oh, nice.
And take yours right from you.
Screw you.
And yeah, I think that's a pretty good list. So right now we have from Eden, Jackie and Wilson, and Cherry Wine, Someone New, Run, As It Is, As It Was, my bad, Like Real People Do, Strike. Shoot.
You're Strike 2 now.
I wrote it as Strike on my phone.
Oh my gosh, you're the worst.
Arsonist Lullaby. Never listened to that, but I should.
Yeah.
And so will everyone else.
So
Take Me to Church, Live from London, Work Song, and Movement.
That's nice, yeah. That's a good list.
I agree. That's one of the more heavy hitter ones we might have.
Yeah.
And his music also doesn't get boring.
Exactly. I could listen to it for hours.
I could have times when I won't want to listen to him, but I'm not bored when I listen.
Yeah.
Even though, again, he's one of the people we're going to talk about on this podcast that has probably the least amount of songs.
Yeah.
We've talked about folk music on here. We've talked about Japanese music, and we've talked about classical music. And out of all of those, even some of the... Because classical and Japanese are both genres. Even in some of the folk music artists, they still have more than he does. He doesn't have a lot of songs.
Because he only has 2 albums, and he doesn't have a lot of songs on those albums. But for some reason, I like that. Because I feel like it's, a lot more special. But I also feel like that's why it's harder for people to get into his music. Because, some people be like, oh, I don't like this one song from Wasteland Baby. Let me just not listen to Wasteland Baby.
Right, and I think that's just not correct.
Yeah.
Because the amount of songs he has, to be honest with you, are 1 hour and 3 minutes on Hozier. And 57 minutes on Wasteland Baby. That's not a lot of songs.
That's 2 hours.
Of his mainstream stuff. He has his live recordings and probably covers of other songs.
His EPs.
But other than that, not really.
Yeah.
So I'd put him, I know he's 7th of all time for my listeners, or what I listen to, I'd put him top 5.
Yeah.
I think he deserves to be top 5.
I would put him in top. See, this is hard because I listen to a lot of different music. I would put him in top 5 or 6. The thing is, I feel like I need to make a concrete list.
I don't even know if I could. It changes too often.
Yeah. I'll make it in the car.
You get me on an Enchanted Kick by Taylor Swift.
Oof.
I'm gone.
Oh.
Then I play Wonderland. Bam.
See, Taylor's
heavy
just
hitter.
Gonna be top
then I
all
pick
time.
Then I pick You Are in Love. Bam. I've talked about Taylor Swift on every single episode yet, and I think that I will until I have her episode.
Yeah.
God help the person who's on that who's helping me with that. It might have to be a solo mission.
Okay.
I don't think everyone wants to hear me talk by myself though. Would you want to hear me talk by myself, Lucy?
Yeah.
You're
I'll
lying.
listen to all your episodes.
You're lying.
I love it. I think it's so fun.
Okay. I'm excited for Mrs. Manuel to listen.
Oh, she better.
Live, laugh, love. Middle school IT. This has been my 3rd episode of Q Anonymous with fun little friend, freshman, underclassman.
You're about to be a freshman too.
Lucie Manuel. Don't talk about it.